Hello beautifuls, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. This is basically episode 2. This is to do with ADHD, indigos and dyslexia, but I'm working more now with the cards where it's to do with ADHD. Mind you, even dyslexia, it's still a label. ADHD is still a label. So, but what I've got here anyway, ADHD and indigos, because they are so similar. Okay, with conforming, where dyslexic finds it very difficult to express to the 3D, and they have to keep on unwinding and unraveling and simplifying to be able to express and to manifest in that 3D. So, okay, so I did pull the 2 cards first, where it's to do with both energies, because it's to do with the soul, and we're doing the energies where it's to do with the gateway of the light activation, and so it's the soul that we're working with right now, and the soul is for the ADHD and also the indigo children, but even though they're labels, I'm talking about the soul. Okay, so the energies of the situation and where you are with this situation, the souls, before they send it into body, into the 3D. And we've got the Art of Source, okay? And then the next one is what you need to know, which is the Sword of Light. Now I'm going to also call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, to please clear away all negative energy and to bring in love, light and protection for all of us that's here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's cleared it. That's good. Because when I was talking on my last video, when I have these downloads, and it just makes so much bloody sense to me now. It's put my situation in a better perspective, and I thought I had my life in a better perspective anyway, but it's like it's seeing the bigger picture, it's going deeper into it, it's seeing how the matrix manipulate. Anyway, we know that, we've been told that, we can see it, but it's how the souls are ascending into body in the 3D, and the lessons on both sides, indigos as well as ADHD. Okay, so it feels as if that because I've put the ADHD as the fated life and the indigos as the destiny life, and there is a big difference with those two, with the life experiences, but we'll go through that when I talk with the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so we'll go first now with the Gateway Light Activation of the Heart of Source for where you are with things now. Back then, the soul. Okay. Art of Source, the Art of Source. I'm finding this absolutely fascinating. I mean, when I find these things, then I've always just worked by myself. So 85, I normally work by myself, and I can get excited anyway by myself, but sharing it's another thing. It makes me quite anxious in a strange way. I feel a bit anxious with it, and because I think if you've had a lifetime of, telling people telling you, oh, shut up, you talk too much, or you talk rubbish, or whatever it is, it's you're definitely stepping out of your comfort zone. You're definitely, you're definitely stepping out your comfort zone, and that's what's happening with me. So it's making me a little bit anxious. Anyway, okay, so where you are. So the energies of the situation, which is the Art of Source. The Art of Source is all encompassing love, unconditional acceptance and serenity. The source of the universe is a gigantic heart. It beats, let me make sure I got that right. Its beats are angels and beings of light. It is what many call God. It's love that is beyond gender and dogma. It's the infinite experience, infinity. It's all that is, and over and ever will be. Let me put this on pause. I've got to put the big light on. Okay, I had to put the other light on as well. I'm quite excited. Okay, let's start again. The source of the universe is a gigantic heart. It beats our angels and beings of light. It is what many of us call God. It's love that is beyond gender and dogma. It's the infinite experiencing infinity. It's all that is and was and ever will be. It's love being love and expressing love. It's an energy that can be explained but never fully comprehended. It's where we have all come from and will all return. The strangest part of all is that we've never left, even though we are spiritual beings having a human experience and may feel that source is separate from us. The truth is that we've always connected, even when we feel we're not. This gateway takes us not upward, but inward. It's a gateway that reminds us that through the stargate of our heart, we are connected to the heart of creation. Not only that, but we exist and express ourselves within that art, even though we may be on planet Earth and experiencing Earth as a planet within the Milky Way. All of this and more is actually being expressed by the heart of Source. The vastness of this divine love is unexplainable, but it's who we are. So to connect is say thank you, Source of love, for bathing me in your infinite light and for reminding me I am one with all that is. Now this is the message. You are connecting directly with the heart of Source, the creator of life and love. You are blessed to receive this card, for it shows the cup of your heart is being filled with love until it overflows. The divine energy that is with you now is helping you to melt away any blockages so that you can be open to love, acceptance and appreciation that you deserve. You are being encouraged to view yourself in a loving way and to give yourself permission to be loved. If you have been holding back for a while, but are now ready to share the love that you have within, this card lets you know it is safe to do so. You are loving and lovable. Step forward, claim your worth, and enjoy a new level of spiritual openness. You are truly blessed. Now this Heart of Source is for both. It's for the soul. So whatever choices that the soul made before it sent it into body on the 3D, it was a choice that was made for whatever reason. We don't know those reasons. It's a personal journey in the 3D experience, but it's still to do with the art of the Source. It's still to do with the human art. It's to do with keeping that human art open. People can go through so much trauma, so much wounding, that they learn about self-love, okay? Where the indigos, they come with love and they experience love. But they may also experience love without understanding the darkness. That's just come to me actually. They may not understand the darkness, where the ADHD would have experienced the darkness, the traumas. So that's interesting, but we'll see what that comes to with the cards that I will get from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so the next card is what you need to know, and we've got the Sword of Light. This card really reminds me of like the Sword of Truth. It reminds me of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is constantly protecting all of us, and yeah, it reminds me of that, the Sword of Truth. So, okay, so the Sword of Light. Sword of Light. One 50. Okay, the Sword of Light. Okay. The Sword of Light is the main energetic tool of the Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he is considered Source's right-hand man. He is the Archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who is feeling called to make a difference on the planet can be guided and supported by him. The sword of light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. Either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth. Now, I'm not burning and adjust it because I took it out. Now, my nose is itchy, so that's definitely spirit. Okay, a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. Even though it is carried by Michael, it can be evoked by all of those working in the light to help them move beyond blockages and limitations to severe cords of fear. Joan of Arc invoked it when she was going into battle. Okay, the message. When this card comes to you, know that it's a confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to serve connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in a transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, traumas, and fears. Know that they will be a great serving at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfiguring your cycle of trust and moving into a life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunities opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. And that's just absolutely perfect because it really does correspond. I'm saying correspond again. I never use that word. I said in my last reading. It corresponds with the last 3 readings. Especially the third one back, I think. The third one back, I was actually talking about ascension, where it was like this spiritual purging and looking deeper. I think the last card became looking deeper, and it was about Egypt. Okay, so the souls that came down onto the earth plane, they all have their own specific roles of what they need to do and what the lessons are going to be, because it's something that needs to be cleared away, understood and cleared. Okay, now we're going to go for the star seed, and I want to go with the fated life for the ADHD. And I don't feel it's just about the ADHD, it's about the mind, if you're just working with the mind, because ADHD is, if they're treated for ADHD and then they are then on medication just to, what did I say? To reduce the hyperactivity in their mind, and it basically is blocking the intuition, it's blocking the sensitivity of their creativity. Okay, so we need a card. We need a card for the fated life journey of not trusting your intuition. ADHD, what I'm picking up from this one, and I did say it anyway in my last video, is that it seems more of they will carry more trauma. So there's a lot of purging that has to happen with the ADHD, but they will also learn a lot of lessons, understanding mental health, understanding darker entities, understanding demonic entities, understanding manipulation, understanding narcissism, understanding abuse. They will understand all of that aspect. That's the energy I'm picking up there. But if they are not in tuned or work through that trauma to keep the human heart open, to connect the heart to the source, then they are caught then up into the fated life path journey. Okay, so that's what this card is going to be for. Okay, star bathing, light, body, crystal grid, transmission and activation. Okay, so that's what was needed. Let's have a look at the destiny life now for the indigos. Indigos are born into, I feel, more spiritual family where they are spiritually going to be spiritually guided, supported. That's what I wanted. That's what I wish for, to work with that energy and to enhance their spiritual gifts. And but maybe also, if you're just seeing the light, then you're not actually seeing the darkness also. But that's where that counterbalance is, though, between those polar opposites. It's still playing an important part in the matrix. It's still playing an important part in our own evolution. It's playing an important part in humanity. Both of them are playing an important part. So let's have a look for the destiny life for the indigos. Okay. Blue star flame. Okay. Now what I've got here also, I've got the bridge and the bridge between the two. And I just said that even though it's necessary. Both polar opposites still necessary. Now this card is going to be about the challenge, because it's about bridging both sides. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? The indigo needs to understand the darker aspects, and ADHD needs to understand the spiritual aspects. So bridging can only take form once healing is done. So indigos, to understand the darker aspects, I can't say how that can be done, because I don't know. Because I think that you've got to see the dark before you can recognise the light. Or is it dark? There was somebody that said to me only last week in my group, what was it? Something to do with the absence of light. To be in the dark. To be in the dark is the absence of light. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm just being reminded it's energy that I'm working with, and not specific people in specific situations. Okay, so we're going to go with the bridging. Completely turn that around, that's crazy. The bridge, the challenge, and I just said crazy. Whatever it is, it just feels crazy. Bridge. And how I've done this, I've got to show you. How I've done this, when I split them, I turned it around without realising. So I've got Okay, let me show you. I've got them either like that or like that. So I've blended the two opposites together, like facing, picture facing me, or the back of the card. Quite interesting, really, because this is due with bridging. I say crazy. It seems crazy energy. So let's just divide it and let's just see. It's a bridge. What is the bridge? Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So whatever experience in this life, in this lifetime, on the 3D, it doesn't matter which way you've come into it. It's still about creating your own tapestry, your own picture, because the picture, it's like they've got one part of that puzzle and the other half will have that part of their puzzle to form the bigger picture. It's a 360. It's the wholeness, the completion of it all, to see it all from all angles, the big picture. Okay, so let's go with the fated life of ADHD. And like I said, this is just a label anyway, but it is to do with, I've already explained it anyway, I don't need to explain it again. So it's about star bathing. I went straight to it, star bathing 104. You see, in the Matrix, I mean, they do it, don't they? You constantly hear that everybody's getting tested for ADHD. Everybody. It's becoming a bloody trend. I mean, even that Rick, what's his name, that comedian, Rick Gervais, whatever his name is, even he mentioned it. You know, like, you know, you just sat around and you're going, oh, well, I've been tested for ADHD. Oh, I've done it 5 times and now I am ADHD. And it's like, it's become a big trend of being diagnosed for ADHD. And what? And what? So once you're diagnosed, then what? What is it that you're actually, because you know who you are. You know how you see things. You see things exactly the same way as an indigo child. You're very intuitive. You're very knowledgeable. You don't like conforming to the system. So what is the medication doing? If you're on medication, some people just want to know if they're diagnosed. I don't know why, but, or maybe there is a reason for that. And some people don't want to go on medication. They just want to know if they are ADHD. But really, what they do want to know is, are they spiritually connected to the heart of the source? Because they can't remember. That's what they really want to know. Because they're caught up in this trauma-based matrix. Okay, so star being of star bathing. The stars are constantly showing emanations onto the crystalline grid of Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to a particular place on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the Earth. either in your hometown or by travelling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body, in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take time, extra slow, in order to integrate this change of vibration. Okay. So you could be very much drawn to go into sacred sites around where you live. Ley lines will be very much drawn to you. But yeah, what do you got coming up? Because I was thinking of Stonehenge right now. So yeah, so look into that, because it's all to do with you are the code. You are the code for the crystal lid gateway to be activated for you to remember. Okay. If you are suffering from ADHD and you need answers, so there's something in with Mother Earth, with the ley lines, with sacred sites, wherever you are, you'll be led there for a specific reason. Just trust your intuition. If you're going to a certain place, trust it. You're going there for a reason. Okay, so for the destiny life for the indigos, which is the blue flame. The blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration, time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions, having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of the spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through this alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious, I can't even pronounce that, experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in the moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and a deep cellular DNA healing. I've got a tickle in my throat so much. So energies are being shifted around the throat area, and I mentioned that in my last reading, I think it was. It was all to do with psychic abilities. Okay, many people glamorise the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult. Okay, I've just had an answer here. Indigos and ADHD, the souls are the same, so I don't know why I just thought about separating them. But it's only through the experience on the earth plane. It's something significant that is needed to understand and learn, so you can bridge the gap to it and teach that for people who's also on that path. Okay. Many people glamorise the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as a deep, sacred, and give yourself ample space to get to ground and to integrate the extreme changes that you're going through. I can see how this energy can. They're both exactly the same integrating of souls. They're the same soul cluster that I mentioned in the last reading. Same soul cluster, but one is labelled and medicated ADHD. The other one is the spiritual, but they're both spiritual anyway. They've both got specific learning, different learning, and it's They have a specific role to understand something. And then it's bridging. We're bridging. So we're bridging now. And it's the bridge to put it all together. One's the mind, one's the spirit. So the spirit is the emotion, the suppressed emotion. That's what I'm picking up. It's about balancing the mind with feeling and the heart, which is the heart of source. Balance. I hope this is making sense. Okay, so the bridge is the challenge between the two. Opposites, really. Opposites in experience. Is the life is a canvas. Okay, your life is a canvas. One, three, four. I mean, I even feel like I'm even reading this for myself, because even when I've done the reading the other day and I was talking about art, it's a creative energy, and it was still in that same energy of ascension, tapping into the creativity. Okay, so the life is a canvas. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings. See, I said thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings and actions with the vibration. Do you know what I've just got here? I started off with dyslexia. I'm dyslexia. People with dyslexia only see the bigger picture, and they have to condense it right the way down to the 3D. That's like helping ADHD indigos. Can you see how the matrix has been trying to block the mind? Trying to block the mind to protect the program. Okay, reconnecting and manifesting power. Often align your thoughts and your feelings and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start. No experience is required. All you need to do is open your heart and your mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you're like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. Start out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life. And one thing will be certain, you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences in your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Colour it with your thoughts and your feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? More creatively. It is about tapping into what you've learned with your thought processes, what you felt from the experience, and vice versa, indigos and ADHD, but you still coming in with the same soul of breaking the system, breaking the matrix, breaking the program. You both come in, all souls on that energy is come in to break the matrix. That's interesting. I like that. Do you know what? Also, inside this box, I've got to read this then before I end. Okay. Inside this box, which is the box to the gateway of the light activation. Okay. It says, I call forth from within the light of source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of my heart and mind. Thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of my soul. I welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings and beyond, and so it is. On the other side of that box is, as above, so below, so within, as without. Connections to heaven and earth through the stargate of the heart. And you've got it here. You've got the art. You've got Archangel Michael. You've got the blue flame. You've got the star bathing, activating the cellular. You've got the code. The code to activate all of this information to connect all the dots to create your own picture. It feels the 360. And I said in one of my readings, it feels like when you return back to innocence, even the soul is innocent. It's remembering. I'm quite excited by this because this really rings true to me. This really rings true to what I picked up with the reading of Ascension. A different timeline, I said it. And even to find out about understanding even my own dyslexia. It's quite exciting to recognise how difficult I find it. I find it so bloody difficult to start something. It took me a lot to start this video. You know, to start my videos. It takes a lot to write. It takes a lot to create something in the 3D, and it's very stepping out your comfort zone. And dyslexia can do that. But I honestly feel that all of these energies are all forming its own cluster. This, you know, we're all connecting in. And it's so important to do this. To share the experiences. And my other cat decided to come in now. And have a scratch. Yeah, that's strange, I know. I said to all connect in, and my cat's been acting really weird. Oh, I can't even close that door. It's acting really weird. And then she just barged in. As I said that, connecting, that's interesting. I think that's confirming something for me, actually. Anyway, I'll let that go. Yeah, please comment, please comment. I don't need to pull any more cards. I really don't. I feel that was enough, and that was a biggie for me. So that's good, and thank you so much. And I will see you on the next one. God bless.